Welcome everybody to another awesome episode of Wine, Hops and Road Stop Shop here on location at the beer stop. I'm my good friend and co-host, Alan. How you doing today?
Freezing.
Freezing.
Springtime, it was 65 yesterday and it's like 6 degrees today.
Yeah.
Go
hello,
figure.
Winter, again, winter part 2, I guess. Well, they say winter's coming.
Yep.
That's a little Game of Thrones thing again. Hooked on that show. So, well, right now we're going to get hooked on this show, Wine, Hops, and Road Stops, where we talk about craft beer and all kind of good stuff like that. And today we got, what do we have here in front of us that we're going to talk about?
We just got a bunch of new beers that we're trying today, and one of them we're going to start is one of the 3 Floyds beers.
Great.
Which is one of those really kind of difficult beers to get. It's been 10 years since we've been able to get anything in from 3 Floyds.
Well, I'm looking forward to that because I've never had anything by them, I don't think, except for, which one is this?
That's their Gumballhead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That they consider their flagship, but for hopheads out there, Zombie Dust is the holy grail.
I've had that before, long time ago.
Yeah.
Probably last time you had it here.
Probably 10 years ago.
If you like what you see here, want to talk to us, facebook.com/Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. It's the way to get in touch with us. Ask us anything you want, and hopefully we can answer it. But first, let's get to some craft beer news, some booze news, if you will. There's a weird beer alert. Dogfish Head's latest beer, it's dubbed Super 8, and it could be used to develop Kodak Super 8 film. Now, Dogfish learned from Kodak that heightened levels of acidity and vitamin C in certain beers could make them a processing agent for film. That inspired the brewery to design such a beer, and Kodak helped by testing it. Dogfish founder Sam Calzioni says he's going to document his summer travels on Super 8 film and develop it using Super 8 beer and turn that into a short film. The beer is a sour beer made with pear, mango, berries, kiwi, and a little bit of salt. I've tried this over the weekend. It's not too bad, but if you like sour beers, you're not going to get much of that sour punch.
Well, and also just wasting beer. I mean, hasn't he ever heard of digital cameras before? I didn't even know they made Kodak film anymore, actually.
I guess they brought it back just for this beer. It's a decent beer, though. I like it because I'm not a big sour fan, but I think sour fans are going to find something lacking in it. But it's a Dogfish product, and it's usually
so it's a
solid.
good, if you've never tried sour beers before, it's a good entry into them.
Well, there you go, yeah. And I'm interested in seeing this short film. It's weird, you can use beer to develop film. Who knew? Now, moving right along, let's talk about a hot new beer style. Beer made with spicy chili peppers. While hopheads might measure a brew in IBUs, what about beers that are measured in SHUs? The Scoville heat units. It's a measurement of heat in chili peppers. More and more craft brewers are experimenting with hot pepper juice, oils, and whole peppers. Ales and lagers brewed with chili peppers are common enough now for chili beer to be recognized as a style on beeradvocate.com. So expect more spicy beers in the future.
Well, we have our Cunningham brewer here. You know, you got to give a shout out to him. He's been in that for at least a decade, close to it, and he's really perfected it nicely.
And he does he do? Jalapeno Lager.
Jalapeno Lager, yeah. And it's a little bit spicy, but you can actually taste the flavor of it's a jalapeno, not just spicy. Then there's Cave Creek, which has a little spicy chili pepper actually in the beer, which is good to slice up and put in your eggs for breakfast in the morning.
Recently I had the Free Will Brewing Company's beer called Safe Word. Mango Habanero IPA. It was crazy hot, but it was good. It had a nice flavor to it. Some of the other people that tried it didn't really like it.
A lot of those are, like I say, good trying beers. Not something that you're going to go out and buy a case to.
Share, yeah. There was 6 of us sharing the beer because it's a one and done. It's interesting. I want to go after the hotter ones. I really do. I'm just to.
That's something fun to do. You see how hot you can drink your beer.
When I'm turning red, it's fun. But yeah, we'll see. And in the future, it seems like brewers they're just experimenting a lot, whether it be with chili peppers or something else. Kodak film.
Well, the whole microbrew craze has been based on getting something different. And they've done so many different things, so many different styles that they keep looking for what's next, what's new, to keep everybody interested. And I guess, this year it'll be chili peppers.
Chili peppers? Yeah. Throw them in everything, I guess, right? Yeah. Hotter the better. All right, when we come back, we're going to try some beers. My favorite part of the show. We're going to try some beers that are new to the beer stop. So don't go away. There is more Wine, Hops, and Road Stops when we come back. Welcome back to Wine Hops and Road Stops, shot on location at the Beer Stop in West Hazelton. And right now, we're going to try
Mini beers.
That's right. Some new beers at the Beer Stop here. New beers. I've never tried any of these, so this is all new to me.
Well, we kind of have a broad array of styles. I went a little heavy on the IPAs because I know that's always your go-to beer.
Thank you.
Yep. We're going to start with, like I said, the three Floyds. This is their Gumballhead.
Okay.
This is their wheat.
We can smell it.
Yep. But it smells more like a pale ale than it does a wheat.
Yeah, it has a nice nose on it.
Yep, and you get a little bit of that bite to it. Everything Three Floyds does is a little bit more aggressive than the average beer.
Yeah.
So I would call this beer, even though it says wheat, I'd kind of classify it in a pale ale. Very nice, very citrusy, crisp, clean, and you even get a little bit of a hot bite on it as well.
I was going to say, it doesn't taste like any wheat I've had before. This is
It's
nice,
just
though.
made with wheat.
Oh, okay. You're going to consider it like a cross between a wheat and a pale ale.
Absolutely, yeah, and much stronger on the pale ale side.
Yes.
Yeah, than that. But again, anything you can ever try from Three Floyds, if you're anywhere and you see some of it, buy it.
I like it.
Difficult beer to come by, and they just make nice beers.
They do.
All right, well, Cinco de Mayo is coming up.
Yep.
So the next one is from Melvin.
Okay.
It is their Mexican-style lager.
What would be the difference? A Mexican lager, a normal lager, American lager?
Marketing.
Okay.
Set yourself apart. At least you have one time a year where you know you'll sell it.
Yeah, tastes like a lager to me.
Yep. Little bit more bite to it than like a Yingling lager or
Sure.
anything like that, but still nothing over the top.
And the finish is nice and crisp, but
But it goes away then.
yeah, crisp, quick, boom, gone.
Yep.
Like a lager would be.
Next one we have is from 21st Amendment. This is their red IPA called Toaster Pastry. I tend to like reds. I don't know why.
Any idea why it's called toaster pastry?
I don't know, but usually the reds, they tend to use a rye in the mash a little bit, which has a different, distinct color.
Well, I'm getting something in the nose here, like a bready kind of smell. And this is from 21st?
From 21st Amendment.
Okay. 7.6 alcohol by volume. The IBUs are kind of up there, 74.
Yeah, you can definitely taste it.
So that's nice. That's nice and bitter, what I like.
Yeah.
A little bit more bitter than usual for a red, I think.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, usually, like I said, when they use that rye, kind of tones things down a little bit, but this one's kind of full force. And that next one, I have to even read. Jupe IPA from Springhouse.
Jupe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And another thing I've known Jupe is a cologne. So
That better not smell like cologne. No, it doesn't smell like cologne.
No.
I'm not going to wear it on me. Jupe IPA, all right.
Definitely some floralness. To it,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, it's nice though. It's nice and smooth. Till the end has an IPA bite, which is good.
Yeah. Not as much hops as the 21st.
No. That's what surprised me because usually IPA you're going to get more hop taste to it.
Yeah.
It's more hop character in the one before than this one. Not saying this is bad though.
No, it's nice.
I will not say this is bad.
A nice, good summer drinking beer on a hot day, if we get one.
Yeah, we've had a hot day. We're done with them now. Winter is coming. Winter has arrived.
Okay.
Again.
And last time we were talking about all the juicy beers. That's the big thing. So this is from Ellicottville, Black Days, a dark and juicy Black Indian Pale Ale.
Oh, that sounds weird.
I had to read that one off because it was just too long to memorize.
Okay.
And again, pours midnight. I mean, you would think
Yeah.
it's a stout if you didn't know. Not much nose.
No, I'm not getting anything off of this. It's kind of odd.
Yeah, it's kind of trying to be a little of everything.
Maybe it's just I'm looking at it. I'm thinking it should taste one way, and it has a different taste than what I expected.
It does have a mouthfeel like a stout, like that heavy,
Yeah.
but maybe that's the juicy,
Let's check it out. All right, well, it's 7% by volume. And the IBUs are 92.
which does not taste it. Does
No, that's I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll take another hit off this.
it? Just to be sure.
It's not really that bitter.
No.
So something's masking it for some reason.
All right, here's the Son of the Baptist Coffee Stout,
Okay.
made with local coffees.
And this is from Epic Brewing.
Epic Brewing. Where the local is for Epic, I'm not sure.
Okay. Not local as in like
No,
here,
Denver,
local.
Colorado.
That's not local.
No, and I didn't know they made coffee in Denver.
Oh, that's a lot of coffee.
That's a lot of that's hit you over the head with coffee.
Yeah, a lot of taste in that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good though.
And not heavy though.
No.
Not heavy like a stout's usually a lot of times, you get that real heaviness to them. That's very light.
Yeah,
Tons of coffee.
I'm surprised how light this is.
For how much flavor's packed in it.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
I like that one.
And here's another one I got to read off the can from Great Barn Brewing, a Dunkel Sean, a peanut butter chocolate Dunkel.
And this is from a Pennsylvania brewery.
Yep.
I can tell because it has the logo on the side of it.
Yep.
Pennsylvania preferred. Get a shot of this layer.
Yep, 6.2%.
Excellent. Independent craft brewery. Has the logo right on it. So hooray for that.
I mean, it just smells so much peanut butter.
Oh, wow. It just hits you, man.
It's like a jar of Skippy.
Yeah, it's like sticking your face in a jar of Skippy.
Tastes like peanuts too.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot. Ooh, yeah. That's delicious. I can put
there's-
I want to put this on bread with some jelly.
There is a peanut butter sweetness to it. No alcohol flavor or taste or bite or anything.
Very good. For me, though, again, with beers like this, that there's so much flavor to it, I would have one of them.
Yeah, and it's an unusual flavor. So it's not like you're not going to sit hoping to crack open a case of this
Dessert
one
beer.
after the other. Yeah.
Dessert beer, definitely, yeah.
But wow, I mean, you can keep it open and just kind of, use it as a room deodorizer.
Oh, that's good, though.
That's really nice.
Had a lot of nose to it. That's really good.
And I think that may be where a lot of that peanut butter flavor comes
Sure.
from. Is it's so strong.
Well, there
Yep.
are the new beers for this episode. All of them are pretty good.
Yeah. No, there wasn't a bad one in the bunch.
No. So that's the beers for this episode. When we come back, we're going to hit our road stop. Don't go away. There's more wine hops and road stops when we come back. We're back at Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer once again with my friend Kevin.
Welcome back, Jeff.
Thank you.
Today, we're talking about summer, right? The weather's finally beautiful for 2 days in a row, and we're
finally.
thinking about what a summer beer is, and nothing says summer more than a wheat beer.
I'll agree with that.
So let's talk about a few different kinds of wheat beers. The classic wheat beer is the German Hefeweizen,
Okay.
right? Hefeweizen just means yeast wheat in German. And the classic one is going to be Weihenstephaner. The brewery's like 1,000 years old. When you want to talk about a wheat beer in the classic German styles, that it doesn't get more original than that one.
It's something that's 1,000 years old. Yeah, I could see that being a classic, the OG wheat beer, right?
So what typifies a wheat beer is the Bavarian yeast. Okay, the Bavarian yeast is going to impart flavors of clove and banana and even bubblegum, which is a little weird, but the bubblegum shows up nicely in a well-done wheat beer. And this Weihenstephaner Hefe is the quintessential example of a proper Hefe. It's interesting how the Hefeweizen evolved from the German purity laws. Everyone knows about how Germany said beer had to be barley, hops, water, and that's all that could be in beer. And so to originally add wheat to a beer was crazy. It blew their minds 500 years ago. That is a proper wheat beer. And the foam is where all the protein is. Okay. And that kind of is one of the reasons why wheat is not used so often as a brewing grain. Most often it's barley. Right. And you kind of think barley wants to be like oatmeal, whereas wheat wants to be stretchy bread. With the Bavarian yeast on this beer, forward flavors are going to be clove, banana, very low hops though. Very low hops. A lot of carbonation, a lot of foamy head.
There's not a lot of nose to it.
The carbonation hits you right away. You can tell it's more carbonated than an IPA.
Right.
The clove is not so present in this one. Not as much as some of the other Hefes that I've had. So moving on to the Belgian styles, this is a Belgian wheat by Saint Bernardus.
Okay, for someone that isn't a craft beer drinker, they only know Blue Moon, they only know Hoegaarden, they only know the top of that style, but there's so much more
it is
to discover with this style of beer, and this is one of them. This is, again, like we said, this is the original.
This is the original, and one of the most highly rated as well. And it's a perfect starter beer for new craft beer drinkers. This is a very friendly beer. This is a great beer to bring to a party. If you're a craft beer drinker and you know everybody else isn't, bring a white, bring a Belgian wit or an American white. So this is one of the most highly rated wheat beers you can get. Scores way over 4 on Beer Advocate.
There's a lot of lemon in the nose. I could smell that right off
Very
the bat.
bright.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, you can taste the coriander.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You taste that it's got a little bit higher acidity. Mm-hmm. It is definitely less carbonated, definitely, and you can feel that right away too. On a Hefe, the carbonation hits you immediately.
5.5% alcohol.
5.5, and that's about what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Most wheat beers are going to be in the 5% range. Actually, the original wheat beers were far lower than that. 3% is what they were originally at, and they've creeped up a little bit over the years. Now, it's kind of interesting how wheat beers have evolved over time. America, just like everything else, America has taken what Europe did first
Of course.
and evolved it into so much more. So let's take a look at a few American styles.
Okay, let's do that.
Excellent.
American style now.
So starting with an American wheat beer, like I said, a spiritual relative of the Belgian styles, the Belgian whites. One of the biggest things from all of the beers is going to be very low hops. So if you're not a hops fan, wheat beers are where you're going to want to go. Also, one of the reasons why it's easy for new craft beer drinkers.
Right.
The first thing that comes out is like the candied jam sort of smell, right?
I can smell it.
Like
right
strawberry,
there.
like strawberry. Even from this distance, I smell
Yeah,
strawberries
you don't even
right
have to
away.
put it to your nose. I
Yeah.
can smell it. Ooh, there's a lot of
It's right
strawberry
on there, yeah.
It smells like jam, yeah.
Love this.
It's really good. There's a lot of strawberry taste
Yes.
to this beer.
It's not fake strawberry though. It tastes
it's-
like real strawberry.
You could smell it. Oh, this is excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So another classic American brewery is 21st Amendment, Hell and High Watermelon. Now I know that you said you've got a bit of a history with this beer.
I do. Way back when I started getting into craft beers, and I'm talking, oh God, at least 10, 15 years ago, at least. This was one of the beers I picked up on vacation the one time down in
Yeah.
Ocean City, Maryland, and it was not good. Sorry. So a lot of people say I like every beer I've ever tried on this show. Not true. But 21st Amendment probably has come a long way since then, so we're going to try it now.
Again, another very highly rated beer. So this one is a little bit more cloudy than the last one. And the cloudier it is, usually the longer the head's going to stick around.
No, it's
The
not bad.
watermelon's much more mild than the strawberry.
I was going to say watermelon's very subdued
Very subdued.
from the last time I remember, because I remember it was just right in your face.
I think that maybe you wouldn't even know that there's watermelon in it if I poured it and I didn't tell you there was watermelon in this beer.
No, there's not really much. Right in the back end, I could taste it. Okay, next up we have
Kentucky Brewing. What does Kentucky say more than anything?
bourbon.
Bourbon, right? Out of Lexington, Kentucky, we've got Kentucky Peach Barrel Wheat Ale. And not only that, it is Lexington, Kentucky born and raised, meaning that it's Lexington bourbon barrels.
Well, I don't
So
get
it's-
much. There's not much nose to it.
Yeah, it doesn't give up much. It doesn't tell you what's going on. All right. A little bit of the vanilla from the bourbon
Right.
with the peach.
Yeah, but
The
not much.
bourbon hits you at the end though.
Bourbon's sitting at the end. There's not a lot of peach. I expected more peach
It's very
flavor.
complex.
Yeah.
It's very complex
I think I need another sip.
for a wheat beer. It's a very complex beer.
If you didn't tell me that was a wheat beer, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because I'm
Almost
getting
like a Pilsner.
yeah. I'm getting
It reminds
like,
me kind of like a Pilsner kind of. So the last beer I want to taste today, I always like to throw in something fun at the end,
of
right?
course.
We had some spicy beers. We had
Oh,
some
we did.
crazy other beers. So let's try this one here. This is from Platform Brewing. This is Banana Berry Doughnut.
I think it's a sour beer, right?
Right. A
Okay.
Berliner Weiss is a sour version of a German Berlin style.
Okay.
So already from the name of the beer, you can tell that it's got the banana that a Hefe is going to have.
A little confused, a little scared, and a little excited because I don't know what this is going to taste
I have
like.
no idea either. I have no idea what it's going to taste like.
So let's see.
So far, right away, I can get some smell off.
Oh,
of
God,
it,
yeah. Ooh.
Right. You get some berry.
Yeah, doesn't even have to go up
Right.
to your nose. I can
It's
smell
like
it.
that strawberry thing, almost like the
Yeah.
Lancaster. From here, I can smell it.
You got a big sour punch though at first.
Very big, much more sour than I expected.
I did not expect that.
I do not taste donut.
It's good. I could do without the sour at the beginning, but
Well, it's a Berliner Weiss. It's
Right.
it is what it says it is, and then it gets the sour from the lactobacteria. There's a few different ways of making it sour.
I would drink it again though. I like it. I can't sit around and drink sour beers all night. I don't know who can.
My wife can drink sour beers all day long. like every time, I like to introduce some new food, right?
Okay.
And today's no different. I got some new food for us to try.
Well, let's check out the new food at Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer. What do we have in front of us?
So we're very happy to show you a brand new food item. Every time you come out, we like to debut something new. So we got our G-Town scallops, and we've got our Krugel's cheesy crab pretzel.
Let's talk about the scallops first. I love scallops.
G-Town scallops, lightly fried. There's a pepper lemon butter sauce.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Best scallops.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The sweet scallops, the lemon.
It's amazing. And so you can come here, have yourself a beer, get yourself some scallops,
Yeah.
and get yourself, of course, a crab stuffed pretzel, which is next.
We are so proud of the crab pretzel. This is classic pub fare. You got crab, you got cheese.
I very rarely eat on camera, but
Yeah,
this stuff looks so good.
We use fresh blue crab meat.
Oh, nice. Guy Fieri, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That's money. So you have a ever-expanding menu of food here. Tell me more about what you guys are offering. Every time we come here, there's more. You got smoked brisket, you got wings, you got the crabby stuffed pretzel, you got scallops.
Our desire to show you something cool doesn't stop at our beer. We want to show you the coolest stuff we can put on a menu. We really take a lot of pride in making our food. We've got an amazing kitchen. We've got an amazing staff here that makes some of the best food that you can have.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Jeff, I can't wait till the next time.
We'll see you again, and that's our road stop for this episode. Krugel's Georgetown Deli and Beer. Welcome back to Wine Hops and Road Stops. If you like what you see, facebook.com/Wine Hops and Road Stops. Communicate with us. Let us know what you want to talk about on the show. Alan, before we go, what do we got new?
Well, the word of this summer is juicy. Everything's coming out. Juicy IPAs, juicy pale ales, all different fruits, all different flavors. So it's going to be a very refreshing summer.
With the juiciness. But sometimes with the IPAs, the juicy doesn't necessarily mean juice. It's a flavor inside the IPA.
It's a flavor. Usually tends to be more of mouthfeel, I think. You know, it's kind of, it's
Right.
just a little bit heavier, not as clear, usually cloudy.
And these beers that we sampled today, they're all new at the beer stop.
They're all new within the last week.
Peanut butter one was great. This one was great too. This Gumballhead from Three Floyds. I'll give it a thumbs up. I'm not a big wheat fan, but that doesn't taste like a wheat beer.
Yeah, it's a wheat beer for people who don't drink wheat beers.
There you go. Like me. Well, life is too short to have bad beer, so drink a good beer and get it from the beer stop. We'll see you next time on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Just strange, man. It does not taste like a wheat beer.
That's why they have. It's not normal.
It says on the label, it's not normal. So there you go.
Yeah,
like
these guys are the ones that have the Dark Lord Imperial Stout. That they have a party once a year. It's a festival, and you wait in line for hours, and you get one bottle. I think it's $45 a bottle.
Well, that's
Good marketing.
good marketing. Good marketing.